Good morning, caregivers. I'm Carol Howell, your internationally certified dementia practitioner, and thank you for joining us this morning on Let's Talk Dementia with Carol. I am always happy to join you each morning, and I love hearing seeing what you write on the screen. And just go ahead and write your comments there below, and I will absolutely respond to you. If you have a question, I would love for you to write me, and you can do that at carol@letstalkdementia.org. I'm trying to get used to this new program. Just bear with me. But if you write me, I will absolutely write you back. If you send me your phone number, I will call you. And if you would like to find us on the website, we are at www.letstalkdementia.org. There is a link there where you can write me, and all of our books are there, including our Amazon best-selling book, Let's Talk Dementia. You can find it on Amazon or on our website, and our newest book, Reminisce and Worship. I hope you'll check those out. If you're interested and so inclined, we would thank you very much for making a donation, as we are a faith-based not-for-profit, and that's how we pay our bills. In addition to our sponsors, we'd like to acknowledge Beth Crosby, Editor Beth. She is an amazing editor, looking at what you've written, the written word, making sure it looks good and it represents you well, and you can find her at editorbeth.com. I make use of her services quite regularly. And National Association of Veterans and Families, www.navf.org, 800-352-2919. They are amazing folks for helping the veteran and the spouse of a veteran receive the benefits that they need. If you are looking for extra funding to help pay for assisted living or in-home care, call them and ask about aid and attendance. Tell them Carol sent you. And then last but not least, HD Imports, located on Flint Street Extension in Rock Hill, South Carolina. If you live anywhere near that part of the world, it's worth the drive for the repair and maintenance of your Honda, Hyundai, Acura, Toyota, and Kia at 803-985-0985. And I thank all of these folks for being a part of our journey as we bring hope and good education to folks in 75 countries. Oh yeah, between this and our podcast, which you can find on iTunes and on our website, Spotify. Oh, I can't think of all the other ones. I had them written down somewhere, but I don't know what I did with the list. Well, today I wanted to continue talking about the activities of daily living, and I'm going to hit 2 of them today. There are 5 activities of daily living, and we only do 4 shows a week, so I wanted to cover them this week. We're doing them out of order. I don't know why. I hardly ever do that, but alas, I have done that this week. But my order for the activities of daily living can be remembered by the acronym BEAD, like the beads on a necklace, B-E-A-D. But there's 5 activities, so we put a T on the end, which makes it spell nothing. So the first one we're going to talk about today is bathing. Bathing becomes a problem with our folks with dementia because they are frightened about getting in the shower and the water falling from who knows where. Their peripheral vision is shot to you know where and back, which means they don't see right to left, top to bottom without turning their head. And then you put them in the bathtub. First of all, don't put them in the bathtub. You get them in the bathtub, you ain't never gonna get them out the bathtub. Don't do that. So what we're going to do is put them on a shower stool. You get them on the shower stool, and the water falls from who knows where. Y'all see my bathing suit? I'm getting ready to go swimming a little bit. I was hoping to keep my shirt adjusted so you wouldn't see it, but that didn't work, didn't it? Anyway, the water falls from who knows where onto this wet, cold, not happy with you person, and they start flailing and cursing and spitting, and you wonder why. Bathing becomes a problem. So bathing is one of those activities of daily living that we all do, but we begin to have a problem with it when we have dementia. And then the other activity of daily living that I wanted to talk with you about is ambulating. That's moving from point A to point B. Now, we all do that in some form or the other. You may be in a wheelchair totally, but you still get around with that wheelchair. So ambulating does become a problem with someone with dementia. If they normally are walking around using their legs, then they realize that they're skiing or they're shuffling or they're topsy-turvy and they have a tendency to fall. All of these things are an issue with someone with dementia, and we have to be aware of it. There is a new walker out that I had heard about it months ago, and I wrote and told my sister about it. Let me see, I'm going to try to find it here on my screen, so just bear with me. But at that time, that walker was not available. Now it is available. It's called Life Glider. You can find it on, I know you can find it on Facebook, LifeGlider. It's not cheap. It's like $700, but it is made to be a hands-free glider, and it positions the body in an upright position where you're belted at the waist to the glider, and there's this little prop for your hind end that makes you stay upright, and it shows people in it leaning forwards and backwards trying to fall, and the glider keeps them from falling. Isn't that neat? That's great for someone who is still in the home and has ambulation problems, but might want to reach up to a cabinet or reach back to the sink, I can't get in the screen here. I'm going to adjust my screen. Or reach and not fall. This glider, Life Glider, keeps them from falling. Y'all might want to check that out. I would love to know, if you order it, what kind of success you have with it. I'm hoping my sister orders one because I think it would help her a whole lot. But ambulation does become a problem. So bathing, eating, ambulating, dressing, and toileting are those 5 activities of daily living that we all do. And when you have problems with at least 2 of those 5, the doctor's going to say you have dementia, at which point you need to say, okay, what kind of dementia? Because there's over 200 kinds of dementia, and some of them are reversible. Some of them can be fixed, like being on a medication that causes all kinds of hallucinations, or being in a state of, well, let me just change that whole sentence. How about having low vitamin B, like boy deficiency, or D, like dog deficiency? Those things will cause dementia, but we get it cleared up. That goes away. Sometimes just a senior citizen being in the hospital, being in that environment that they're not familiar with, where day and night are very confused, that can bring about dementia that can be cleared up once we get them back home. Urinary tract infection. I cannot talk today. Thyroid imbalance, height too high or too low. Sugar too high or too low. There's a lot of reasons we can have dementia that can be fixed. So if we're having problems with those activities of daily living and the doctor says we have dementia, then you want to know why. See, this is going to drive me crazy. I should have put on a turtleneck to cover up my bathing suit. Oh, mercy. Well, that's just a few thoughts on the activities of daily living. Tomorrow we're going to finish up and talk about dressing, which obviously today I did not do so well, but I am really looking forward to getting in the pool. So my goal each day is to eat healthy. Some days I'm better at it than others. I've been trying hard for years, but following the Blue Zone diet, well, not the Blue Zone diet. It's not a diet. It's a Blue Zone plan of things to eat that are just good for you. It is not a diet at all. But I did make a new dish, and I'll have to type up that recipe and share it with you. Maybe I'll put it in the show notes for today. That might be a good idea. But it's for giant lima beans cooked in the crock pot with, let's see, we put carrots and celery and onion and garlic and tomatoes and broth. Nope, not broth, water. Cooked it in the crock pot for about 6 hours. It was really, really good. And then you serve it with feta cheese on top of it. Quite a wonderful dish. Discovered that the feta cheese was supposed to be goat's milk feta cheese, which I thought all feta cheese was goat's milk feta cheese, but it's not. And I did not buy goat's milk feta cheese. I got to find that stuff. I bet it's not cheap. But I'll share that recipe with you because we know that that type of eating, vegetables and beans, not only is it good for you, girlfriend, it's cheap. You can do bean eating very cheaply. So I will type that recipe up and share it with you. So I've been trying to eat more healthy even than normal, and getting out and walking, which I've already done this morning because that's good for my brain. It's good for my heart. It's good for my brain. It's good for my emotions, my outlook on life. We are actually outside as the sun comes up, and that's been proven to help fight depression and anxiety. So think about that for yourself as the caregiver. So I'm going to set in a little bit to the pool because it rains every dang afternoon in Southwest Florida during the rainy season. So I'm going to go get some movement to my 70s walking music. Fortunately, the folks who join me down there generally like the music too. Get moving, folks. Get outside. Move. Take some time to go outside just by yourself and go for a walk if you possibly can. If you can get away from your LO long enough and someone can watch them, then get them out. If they can walk with you, have them walking with you. That ambulating. If they can ambulate, have them walk with you. Hold on to them tight with the crook of your arm up in their armpit, holding them good and tight. If they're in a wheelchair, it's a good arm exercise for you to push that wheelchair outside. So now you're working your legs and your arms. You're doing a little bit of cardio and a little bit of strength training at the same time. And it's good for them to be outside and get some vitamin D. You cannot absorb vitamin C if your vitamin D is low, and a lot of Americans have a low vitamin D level. And so we want to make sure that we expose ourselves to a little bit of sunshine each day. Now, not a truckload without some SPF going on, because you don't want skin cancer. I've been there, bought the t-shirt, and don't ever want to go again. No, I don't. So keep that in mind. Well, a special thanks to those folks who sponsor our show. Let's start down here with HD Imports on Flint Street, extension 803-985-0985 for the maintenance and repair of your Honda, Hyundai, Toyota, Kia, and Acura. National Association of Veterans and Families at 800-352-2919. They speak veteran, so you don't have to. And Beth Crosby, editorbeth.com. Her website should be editorbethextraordinaire.com. Write her there through her website to gain more information to make what you produce look even better. As always, my show is dedicated in memory of my sweet mama, Miss Vera Jean. Loved that woman. Dreamed about her last night. Oh, yes, I did. Do you folks dream about folks that have passed on? I have never really done that until my mama left this world, so I dream about her. That's my sweet mama right there. Whoops. Oh, didn't work. It's supposed to come up with the words, my sweet mama, but look, they're gone. Oh, well. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to talk about dressing, and I'm not talking about French and Italian and Thousand Island. We'll see you then. You guys have a good day. I'm going to go to the swimming pool.